part of any cast.
Nah, no. I promise you it's not. I do like the Osa ban. It's fun. It's whimsical. It's cool, especially on a map like Clubhouse. Shout out Big Sarge. I mean, he likes to use Osa a whole lot
Oh yeah.
on this map, and a lot of cool things happening here.
Yeah, but the Maverick ban, that's a big one. Vegas taking advantage of them starting on defense first. Obviously Maverick is a massive thorn in their side, no matter what side what site you're defending here on Clubhouse. So without a Maverick and without Osa's impact EMPs, they'll be forced to bring Thatcher, which obviously isn't a bad pick, but why bring Thatcher when Osa you can bring her with a better gun and a better ability and the impact EMPs if you can do it right. Let's see if that really affects Anchorage's attacking game plan here. Yeah, wonderful weather we're having, Gallium. I can't even lie. Well, guess he's not here for a second.
My apologies. I accidentally pressed the mute button. I'm really doing a great job so far. Don't worry about it. I forgot that Canada was basically lit on fire and is affecting the entire United States. So if you live in the northeastern states, I do apologize for your sake. It is very dangerous up there at the moment, so it's gonna be interesting.
I mean,
nah, you're fine.
Yeah, no, I mean I'm not that far from the fire.
I didn't want to dox you, but okay, yeah, sure. I mean, you're pretty close to it.
The most populous area of the country. We're gonna figure out where I am exactly.
5 seconds
Okay,
left.
well, you still haven't said the city that you're in, but I think the viewers at home can guess that you're from Toronto. So there you go, I just doxed you. Also, fun fact, if you join this server, VAC will release McDonald's information.
Yeah, it's true. For Canada, not the US. The US is garbage. Ours
What?
is
Really?
yeah, it's true.
It's different?
Oh, very different. Do you have the
sorry.
quarter pounder BLT? No, I don't think so.
I don't go to McDonald's on
You don't have
often.
donuts or poutine.
Okay, poutine is fire. It's gas. But Americans, we like to call it fries with chili.
Cheese fries. Very different. Very, very different.
Oh my god, it's the same thing.
Okay, we have a game at hand. Anchorage and Vegas have both brought E-subs onto the field. You'd think this close to playoffs, you wouldn't want to have E-subs because it would be very beneficial to your team to practice or get ready for the playoffs. Both of these teams are in separate positions. Anchorage is pushing to maintain their play-in spot, taking it up to Vancouver, but it's unlikely. Zax will open up the fragging. He takes out Read a Book with the FMG9. There goes Reed. The rolling warden inside of bedroom is dealt with within the first minute of the round. Minute 45, and Anchorage is already pressing down on the next defense, but Zax gets refragged by Microwave Boost, and the Holy Train will take some damage.
Oh my goodness, they took out Rita Book early. That's dangerous, especially for Las Vegas. And another Nitro. Jizzful gonna take out Tittle. I don't recognize most of these Anchorage players. You did mention their E-subs. Interesting to see how they'll perform in this match.
Yeah, Anchorage made quite a few moves at the deadline, and they're looking much stronger. But so is Vegas. Notably, Vegas is without Zoli, their big pickup, their big ticket pickup that they made a few months ago. And OTM Soda, he will get peeked by It's Rye. They aren't able to finish each other off, and It's Rye gives himself a nice health boost as Ice is going to get that defuse as Microwave Moose takes damage at the same time. He does manage to take out Soda though, and we're down to a 2v2. That health didn't do much for It's Rye as he falls to the gun of Dalder. It's a 2v1, but in terms of health, it's about equal. Dalder,
ISO
he
and
spots
Dalder.
Microwave Moose through the holes in the wall. Can Moose pull this off?
I'm wondering if he can.
He does take out ISO behind the bomb chassis. We're 13 seconds to the point of no return. And where is Dalder? He's playing on red. He's going to play for the audio cue. There's a lot of time here that Microwave can play with. Can he pull it off? No!
What? That was ridiculous. I thought for a second that he didn't get the shots off needed. That he cut that way too close, but at the end of the day, Dalder is a champion player, and I am not. What an excellent round to start it off. for Anchorage, as they start off this one with a bang. I know you mentioned that there's been a lot of roster moves for them, and they have a couple of E-subs here, but if you still have ISO and Dalder, everything's going to be completely fine, as Dalder has been excellent all season long. There have been a couple games where he's been kind of mediocre, but for the most part, he's just been that player that you can solely rely on. And on the opposite side, it's Las Vegas with Rita Book. You saw in that performance in that game against Vancouver, he popped off. He dropped more kills than all of his teammates, and he dropped more kills than I think 3 of his teammates combined at one point. So he's a player to look out for, and he immediately got humbled on that one, switched from a warden to a support character in Cade.
Yeah, I mean, especially Vegas, they're going to be looking for more of those performances as the season comes to a close, because Vegas finds themselves in a peculiar position. So below them, they're in 6th place in the West, 1 spot out of the play-in, which I believe they would face Anchorage most likely. So this is a potential look at a potential play-in matchup. Anaheim currently sits in 5th, 7 points, half of Anchorage is 14. However, Anaheim, I believe, faces Vegas. So while Vegas isn't the greatest of positions, they're at 5 points right now, picking up 1 in overtime against Vancouver. All they need to do is beat Anaheim next play day or play days, and they will steal Anaheim's spot for the play-in.
That's ridiculous. I mean, especially considering that Anaheim has been kind of they've been in a little bit of a lull, but they've been winning some games surprisingly. I mean, they're a very solid team. Sorrowful has definitely turned that team around. I mean, there's been so many teams that have been turned around this season, Anaheim not being an exception here, as I'm excited to see them play later on.
Especially with this game, though, Vegas, obviously, you never want to be forced in that position where one game will decide your season. But that's where Anaheim and Vegas will find themselves. But if Vegas wins this game, that game becomes a whole lot less stressful for them. All they have to do is get to overtime, and they can lose if they'd like, and they can still make it through. Zax is the first one to fall. Guys to Holy Trains 416C. Vegas will get the opening frag. In stark contrast to last round, and Zax did get the opening frag. This time he is the opening frag. Comes out for double train. Off the up on a Dalder, but Microwave Moose. He's there to clean it up. There we go. Las Vegas. They're going to get their guns going. Once Vegas's guns are going, Gallium, they've looked pretty dangerous.
They have looked very dangerous, and one thing that I have critiqued them on attack is, oh my goodness, Jizful gonna get 2 quickly, and it's now 5v4, or sorry, the 5v1, and it's now 4v1 defenders.
Now it's a 4v0.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this one away, and you know, it was an excellent kill from Rita Book, and as you said, the gun skill, once it's going for Las Vegas, it kind of seems like it doesn't stop. And one critique that I will make about Las Vegas is more of an attacking critique than a defending critique. They don't use enough drones, and they don't use enough intel, and it just kind of shows in some of their gameplay. And with some of these E-subs, I'm just kind of hoping that they maybe consider using a little bit more intel, as they only have 1 E-sub, I believe it's Holy Train. The rest of these players I do recognize, so we'll see if that ends up happening.
Gizfo's also an E-sub, but he played last week, and he had a monstrous performance for them as well.
Well, that is good news, especially for this Vegas team. I mean, they've been struggling all season long, but they've had like some major wins or some major, I mean, against Vancouver, it is very major to send them into overtime, especially considering how solid they are. I mean, they picked up Ducky and all of that jazz. I mean, Vegas definitely looks like a playoff contender, and thank goodness Beck, that I'm in the East.
But everyone says the East is the more competitive one, because not a single team is out of playoff contention. With LA's loss today, their season is basically over. If Vegas loses for the rest of the season and LA beats Tampa, they will move on to they will be safe. But if Vegas wins this, it's basically over for the Ascension, because even if they won their last game against Tampa, I believe it is, they would still only have 6 points. That would put them below Vegas and Anaheim if they were to also lose the rest of their games. Tampa sits at 12 after having a stunning performance last week with one lucky forfeit, which gives them 3, and then obviously beating the team in the lobby now, Anchorage, where they also got 3. So they got a whopping 6 in one day after everyone had already counted them out. And now they're in the play-in race with Toronto and Boston.
It's absolutely excellent what a couple of games can do for your team, and it's definitely massive to win those games. But in terms of the match, there hasn't really been much that's been happening. ISO's taken a little bit of damage, but other than that, it's kind of looking like a stalemate so far back.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't gone for Kitchen. They just decided not to at all. But I think it's because they haven't brought any anti-gadget. No EMPs on deck, and no impact DMPs on deck either. They brought the can openers and the Hibana X Kairos pellets for nothing, because Kaid's still on the board, and Vegas is using them to full effect. Oh, we're going to see the first push in from Zax. He's in the blue hallway, but oh, Gizful, he is first to fall for the sevens. Anchorage, this is close to the opening frag, but I think Daholi's in position to get a refrag. It's Rye. He gets the real opening frag as he takes out OTM Soda.
I like how he just put the castle barricade back down where he just got that kill. Speaking of kills, Dalder gonna take out Gizful. He just put down the castle barricade to say, yep, I'm done with that. Just kind of patted down the doorway, and I mean, it's just an excellent thing to see. As more kills coming out. Read a book, gonna find one on Tittle.
Yes, they did manage to get kitchen hatch open. Diffuser's cold on stairs, and Dalder's going to try to go for broke here from dirt again. But there we go. Holy Train with a quick double on the Warden. Microwave Moose takes out ISO. The frags came out way too fast. The Las Vegas Sevens are up 2-1.
You know, the Holy Train, he might be looking at a pickup situation here if he keeps playing like this. I mean, some of these E-subs in this league are ridiculous, especially since we're so late in the season and people are starting to join Hyper Series again after it was stopped for, I believe it was a year and a half, if I'm mistaken, Vac. I think the last season ended in like early 2022. The season before this one.
Sorry, could you repeat the question, Gallium?
When was the season before this, and how long was the break in between seasons?
Oh, between 2 and 3?
Yeah.
A year and a half. Almost 2 years.
Okay, that's what I figured. So with Hyper Series starting back up, it wasn't the most popular at the beginning, but now since it's kind of popular, there's been so many E-subs that have just come in and kind of dominated. So it's just kind of a change of pace from what we normally see right back.
Yeah, especially with how high the talent level is now. You know, you're gonna need better E-subs to compete. You can't just pull at any random. So, yeah. All right, so Gym Bedroom defense for the Sevens. They've obviously won 2 sites in a row. And now we are at their tertiary. Obviously, Gym Bedroom, not a bad site in and of itself if you can defend it right. The mirror plays going to have to be absolutely critical here. Let's see what Microwave Blues can pull off. They're going to opt to go for a soft jacuzzi wall.
You don't see that every day. I mean, that is a dangerous strat, but with a mirror, it could just work.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to use that to their full advantage. There is no Hibana. There is no ranged hard breach for the Avalanche. So even they basically pushing Jacuzzi would be a death sentence because you have no way to dislodge that Mira. Gizful, this guy gets downed again.
Oh, no.
I think Zax is going to get him through the bottom of the castle barricade. He will. The bullet will nick him right in the backpack. And there goes the castle, but he's buck, not sledge, so it's going to be harder for him to breach in. And luckily for the Sevens, they have reinforced that wall. They're going to have to use a lot of utility to open that, Will Anchorage. And here we go. Exothermic is off, and it's all down to... They're going to leave the Holy Train. Hodor is going to have to hold there as long as he can, as I think Reedy Book just comes in for backup. Oh, no, they're going to surrender.
They're holding construction as well. They just fell out of it. What is happening?
Oh, Dalder, what a run out by Rita Book. Can he get inside before? Oh, I know for a fact they were about to spray through server's window. It's Rai. He is holding a dangerous cross angle from Logi office. This could come in very, very handy if Anchorage fails to clear.
Oh my goodness. As Rai is taking some damage here, there's just major pressure on this window as we see all the attackers just kind of formulating towards construction. I'm wondering if they may get a kill, and Microwave Moose is going to get one on the window.
It's right. Still not dislodged from Logi, but the buck of Zax is going to push in. He takes him out. Where is Reed? He is holding 90 or bedroom hallway. Microwave Moose. Stun grenade comes out, but he's got a trusty reinforced wall for cover. Tittle, I think he's gone down. He has gone down to the Frostmatic construction.
No.
How have you done all this work and you haven't cleared the frost mats? They're going to attempt to go for a res, but if Microwave Moose peeks this right, he could get a double. He does light up ISO, but ISO takes damage. It's a 1v1 because Tittle is down in the frost mat. Readabook needs to play off the frost mat. He cannot allow the res. There is footholds inside of Logi. ISO knows he's coming, but ISO turns his back.
No.
Who will blink first?
This is such a stressful situation. 40 seconds left. Who's gonna peek first?
There is a drone. ISO finds Reed. Who will blink? I think it's going to be Reed who's going to blink first. Why is my heart beating? Reed, he peeks the wrong way. ISO will shut him down, and it is a 1v0 as Anchorage ties up the score 2-2. So far, both halves in our first two games today have been quite close.
Yeah, you know, and that's something you like to see, just the competitiveness really being shown from both of these teams. Is ISO just clutching up for his team. And something I would like to mention, I really enjoyed how Las Vegas attempted to hold the construction and just kind of just try to propel the attack away from construction. It didn't work in the end, but it was a good time waster, I'd say. Especially they predicted the construction push. They reinforced most of the exterior of construction, and they definitely attempted to deny it as much as possible. I'm looking to see more of that denial, maybe if they go that gym bedroom site yet again.
Yeah, obviously they don't have to. Tertiary site, no one's going to really blame you if you lose it. You'd love to, but obviously statistically it's never going to be in your favor unless you're on a chalet or something. We're going to see Reed. He's brought the Kaid again. They have adapted. Anchorage is bringing that Thatcher once more. They're not going to try with the impact EMPs, because especially with Kaid, you never know what that electrical actually is. The impact EMPs have a frighteningly small radius, so it's very, very easy to waste both of them, and not hit the electroclaw. It's a good
this
decision.
Is a struggle.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
It's a struggle indeed, and you know, starting off this round, they just go the same operators every time on attack. Anchorage just kind of knows what they want to do before every attacking round, and honestly, it hasn't really failed them too badly to start this one off.
No, and Las Vegas, they've been bringing the same defense lineup as well. So it's not a mirror match, but everyone's they're gonna keep throwing the same stuff at the wall and hope it sticks.
Yeah, you know, that's just my strategy in ranked. And one player I do want to shout out is Microwave Moose is having himself a game.
Oh, yeah.
Against Vancouver. He didn't really do the best. He wasn't really like a standout player in that one, but this time around he really just locked in, and he's being the best bandit main that he can be.
Oh no, he waits a bit too long, but the electroclaws do take longer to reactivate, so they will get main wall open. There you go. Dalder! Oh no, buddy! How'd you take out Soda? Soda falls. That's 2 grenade team kills in one day so far. Might be close to a Hyper Series record, as the 2 SAS operators of Sledge, Thatcher on Dalder and ISO respectively play outside on Eastern Subroof. To Holy Train takes some heavy damage, and Dalder frags out onto Gizful. Say less ISO, the 2 SAS ops going crazy as he takes out the Holy Train. Readabook, Microwave Moose, and Trier, all that sand in the way. Microwave Moose comes face to face with Dalder. Where is the backup of Zax? Zax is going to re-peek the angle. He's going to make sure Dalder doesn't get the opportunity to, sorry, Microwave Moose doesn't get the opportunity to finish off his kill. Thatcher comes out, but it's too late. He should have tossed it a couple seconds earlier. There goes the Bandit. I think Zax knows exactly where the Kaid of Readabook is. Who's going to blink first? No, it's Ryan, the MP5, the Doc. He swings it wide, but that extra health is going to come in very, very handy. It's a 2v2 now, health advantage with the 7s.
That wide swing from the Doc is so crucial.
He tries it again!
That is ridiculous. Diamond, Charm, and all swinging around. He's going to get another kill.
No, I think this is Reed's. This is Reed's for the taking. Actually, no, it might be Rise. It might be Rise.
Oh boy, who's going to get the headshot
first?
first?
Clutches
all
it.
1.5s. Oh my goodness. This is
He's
so
buffed
intense.
himself.
Oh my goodness. I mean, you might as well overheal here. He's just going to peek the chassis. ISO, he clutched last round, but we'll see if he can do it yet again.
He peeks down to red. He's still expecting It's Rye to be there, but he's relocated inside of Cash. They're going to play I think they have Diffuser in possession. It is cold. It's not in ISO's hands. 20 seconds on the clock. He's just chilling on catwalk. He's popped open a snack, I think. But no, he's finally going to go aggro. It's time to get active, he says in his mind. But he gets flanked from Rita Book on the other side of those servers. Las Vegas Sevens are up 3-2. One more round to win the half, or they could lose it and we come out with another 3-3 split. Oh, sorry, not another, but we come out with a 3-3 split.
I just think something that's so crucial there, and something that lower level Siege players need to pay attention to, is the positioning in that round. And just honestly, the positioning of how you swing, because your movement in Siege is so important. Because on that, when the attacker was heading up the stairs, he wasn't expecting the Doc to swing out and kill him that far wide. He thought it was going to be a close swing, and it's just honestly positioning that won them that round. And again, you saw ISO try to go on the opposite side of the chassis and try to play a little bit of ring around the rosy with, I believe it was Rye there, but Rye doubles back and finds the kill, and ISO wasn't expecting it at all. So if they can win these gunfights just solely based off positioning, they're in a good spot.
Yeah, it's right. He came alive there. He had been struggling up until this point in the game. He's been killless through a couple rounds, but those wide swings so crucial, especially stopping Zax, who has been pretty deadly for the Anchorage Avalanche. And don't forget, ISO did kind of screw them over, killing OTM Soda. Or sorry, was it Dalder? Whoever had frags last round killed OTM Soda by accident. Yeah. We're going to see the Ying play.
so
interesting. We'll see if the Ying of Dalder... Oh, no, he swapped off to a different Asian operator. As we're going to get underway with the final round of the first half, as Las Vegas Sevens continue their quest for the play-in. They are oh so close. They just need one more win and their chances grow exponentially.
You know, and maybe they'll be granted this one chance right here. They got to do it now to save themselves from the world of stress. And you know, you want to be as stress-free as you can be in these Siege games. One thing that I like to tell myself that I've heard from many good players in this community is you have to believe that you're the best player in every lobby that you're in. Even if you're not, even if you know that you're not, you still have to believe it, and you'll have that confidence and you'll be as stress-free as possible and you can play your game.
Yeah, absolutely. But if I was Vegas, I'd be stressed. Season's on the line right here. And if they win this, I'm pretty sure that mathematically eliminates LA from not being the last team.
I think so as well.
Yes.
How many play days do we have left?
3, but remember, not everyone plays each day. I think LA, Vegas, Anaheim combined all have like 1 game, I believe.
I will go
like
fact check that real quick.
Zax, he is the first on downstairs on main stairs. He's peeking through a Surya gate. Gizfol's Aruni Surya gate. No, he's going to retreat for now. I think they're going to play for the hatches just a little bit. They've got a lot of time to burn. No one is really downstairs yet, except for the sneaky little... Who is that? That's Dokkaby, Dalder's Dokkaby, inside of dirt. And oh no, Holy Train, did he know he was there? The DMR comes alive. It sounds like a German artillery gun begins firing. He pulls out the SMG-12 for the close range engagement, but to Holy Train, he knows when to run from a fight. He's not going to win. No, he doesn't. He's going to keep pushing it. He's going to retreat for now, just to hold... No, he's not going to retreat. No one retreats in Siege, not in this lobby.
That's absolutely ridiculous, and a 5v3 now. Anchorage has the advantage. Can they send this one into a split?
I think it's looking more and more likely it's going to be a split to Holy Train. He wide swings. Does he catch the Dokkaby off guard? Your gun's out of ammo, buddy. I hope you're good with that SMG-12. You're not! Dalder's just a little bit better with the exact same gun. It's all down to it's Ryan Gizful sitting inside of sight. But there's so many Anchorage guns that are about to be trained onto their positions. It's not looking likely. He's going to get caught in the reload. The Anchorage Avalanche will flawless it to bring us a 3-3 first half.
And that is a big round. Flawlessing on Clubhouse. Honestly, I know a lot of people will disagree with this take. I think Clubhouse is more of a defender-sided map if the attack is just kind of not as good as some of the other teams. Like, if hypothetically, if you're going up against a team like Miami or Calgary who plays just kind of like a 2-2-1, where they kind of split off into duos and they play really strategically, yeah, it could be a little bit of a struggle. But for the rest of these teams in this league who don't have as much of the talent, and that's like not a knock on any of them at all, it's just kind of how the cookie crumbles here. And it's just unfortunate for the defense, I think, to split this. I think a 4-2 is what you're looking for. if you're on defense, because you essentially have 3 solid sites. 3 sites that if you prep for them, you can easily win if you play it correctly, and unfortunately they just didn't get it done.
Yeah, now Vegas is obviously going to be tested. If it is defender-sided, Vegas is now on the side that's going to be tested. Obviously, when the map's defender-sided, you want to come out of the half with an advantage before you switch onto that weaker side because you want the buffer. They're going to have to work without the buffer. But Vegas has looked pretty impressive. Their guns have been well enough alive to get them 3-3, but can they get a few more moving parts, a few more big hitters into each round to really separate themselves from Anchorage? So far, both teams are pretty equal on kills, but they're going to need Itzrai or Gizful to come in and put in some performances like we know they can give if they want to pull this out against Anchorage. Because right now, Microwave, Moose, and Read a Book, they're going to need a bit of help.
Yeah, they definitely need a little bit of help, and to branch back on to the playoff picture. Las Vegas, this is, after this game, they have one more game, and it's actually against Anaheim. And Anchorage has 2 more games after this, and one is against Houston, and the other one is against Vancouver. So Anchorage is a little bit more of a dire spot.
But Anchorage does have over double the points of Vegas. They have 14 points, keep in mind.
This is true, but I think, honestly, towards the end of the season, if you lose your last 2 games, they're more like, what?
He takes cover just in time. Oh, say less ISO. Take less bullets should be your name, because you took way too many. You are lucky to be alive, my friend. And there goes Zax. He's on that critical Solus. Solus in connected, well put together teams is just a cheat code, basically. Especially with how much droning is done.
In Jimmer's hands as well.
Exactly. I think we're gonna see a wide swing. Who's out there? Gizful's from below, Microwave, Moose, and oh, the Holy Train is the one who's swinging whatever he can. He may come face to face here with OTM Soda, who's playing behind those observation blockers, so it'll be a little bit harder to find him or get his exact position. Minute 20 on the clock, no kills.
He can do something. We'll see if he can do something.
Oh, he's run in. The Holy Train is in. The frags are coming out rapidly. Gizful, OTM Soda takes out Holy Train. Gizful takes out Tittle. And there comes Microwave Moose from the red hallway flank. Zax falls. It's a 2v4 all of a sudden. I literally said 15 seconds ago, we're killless. There's another kill from Readable. Gizful takes out ISO. It's out onto Dalder on the Fenrir. He's flanking back up from red stairs. Can he get any frags, or is it going to be lights out for him? It's lights out for Gizful as he looks the complete wrong way. Find that Yana a map. He is lost. Read a book. Headshots Dalder into next week. The Las Vegas Sevens storm the Avalanche and take the first round of their attacking half.
Took care of business. Took care of it in the most exceptional way possible. That's how you want to start things off. And I think Las Vegas, you mention it. You keep mentioning it. We're going to go back to it time and time again. Once their guns get hot, not really much stopping them. I think they get in their own way at times, just based off of their mental and just how things operate sometimes. But other than that, I think they're just such a solid team that you can't lose these rounds. You have to have a constant advantage over Las Vegas to finally whittle them down.
Yeah, I'm just going to look at the predictions real quick. I'm pretty sure... Oh! I predicted... Like, I thought people would be voting for Anchorage. No, Vegas actually leads the predictions 9-7. Interesting.
You know, it's just been a crazy prediction kind of day. You know, I hate to hate on my own team just a little bit, but, you know, having Ottawa over Atlanta...
No, it's 11-11 right now, actually.
Oh, it is, yeah. I'm not saying we're the worst team. I mean, we're definitely beating them. But it's just kind of like...
Bold.
Yeah, very bold indeed. Atlanta is one of the top teams. We've kind of just been facing some of the top teams towards the end of the season. We're just trying to get a win, so... It's just kind of tough for some of these teams. And speaking of facing top teams for the end of the season, Anchorage kind of has to do that as well. And I think it's really tough to do that, especially just branching into playoffs where you don't really feel as confident as you usually would be.
Interestingly enough, Anchorage has opted to go Vegas. They're going to go... So they have every site available, and Anchorage has chosen to go gym bedroom let's see what they can make happen here, because that's obviously not going to be a lot of teams' first picks, but it's their first pick, so they better be confident and have an ace up their sleeve to pull it off.
I don't know. We got the buck of rye on the hatch. Maybe it's a potential drop opportunity, and if he drops there, there's some footholds though, I will say, and it just depends if one of the defenders is holding that.
The Holy Train, he takes out Dalder. There goes the castle early. Luckily, it's one of the operators without active utility. Where's the, I think that's the mute of ISO also playing inside of construction. He's holding cash, but Las Vegas has completely foregone the cash push. They're going for a Jakku. They're going for, okay, I don't know. I don't know what they're going for yet. Everyone's just kind of looking through or droning at the moment. They haven't taken out default cam. That's, come on, Vegas, you know better than that.
You know, do they know better than that is the question, as they've been kind of struggling with that all season long. And, you know, the Holy Train, he's a little bit close to the brink of death. There's interesting plays going on.
Oh, if I'm ISO, I'm stressed right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it is going to be a cash push. Everyone's converging on the site. Converge. What an interesting word. I wonder what that will be used for in Hyper Series' future. Read a book. He takes out Zax. It's 5v3 now. The Las Vegas Sevens have looked much, much stronger in attack. Read a book. You see him! He takes out Tittle. Another headshot in a row for the French operator Twitch in the hands of Read a Book. It's 4-2. ISO and Soda are all that remain. Tittle is having an abysmal game. He's 1-7. ISO 4-5 and Soda 5-6. They're going to want to go positive if they want to win this round before Las Vegas opens up the largest lead they've had since round number 3.
We'll see if it ends up happening, as a beautiful kill coming in from ISO onto Rye, and it's now 35 seconds remaining in the game. Who's going to win this round? If Las Vegas wins this round, it will have an exceptional advantage.
Ooh, he gets caught just in time. By who? It's Soda playing from construction, but in comes the refrag from Gizflow. Got onto ISO. He's trapped inside of Cash, a product of his own making. And no, Gizflow, he nearly gets lit up, and Microwave Moose gets revived just in time. There is no Nitro. Long-range plant denial will not be an option today. He finds Readabook with a Mossberg, but Readabook finds him with the F2 just in time. The Las Vegas Sevens open up their largest lead of the game, 5-3. 2 rounds to go until they really, really increase their chances of making the play-in. And if they keep playing like this, I'd say they deserve to be there.
They deserve to be there, indeed. If they win this one, Anchorage is a very solid team. And, you know, I expected a little bit more from them. I think just rounds-wise. It is that just, it's so, if you know how to play the defense right, it's so much more of an advantage than usual. So
I would take a best of 3 with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'd watch a play in best of 3 with Vegas Anchorage. I mean, I have to watch all of them, but yeah.
You know,
yeah, I want to watch all of them.
That's just how the cookie crumbles. Yeah, I want to watch all of them too.
Defenders, protect your bombs from
playoffs. That's not that many games really, so you can watch all of them, and I guarantee you teams are going to be looking much better, much stronger, and much more exciting to watch come playoff time. Gallium, looking at the standings, if playoffs started today, the play-in matches would be Toronto, Boston, and Anaheim, Anchorage. Who's coming out of the play-in both conferences?
I'm gonna have to say Anchorage and Boston, respectively. I think they're just the better teams over there. Anaheim, I think, is a sleeper team in that play-in area. I think they do have the potential to beat Anchorage, but I think on the other side of things, it's Boston all the way. I don't see Boston losing that. It could happen, but yet again, it's just
oh my Soda! He gets a quick opening frag against Readabook. There goes Reed. He is the top fragger, far and away, for the Las Vegas Sevens. That is a big blow to them. They can push it onto map point here, but without Readabook, that's going to be a much harder hill to climb. Out comes the flank watch from Gizful. How many roamers are left on the board for the Anchorage Avalanche? The answer is 0, because everyone's in sight.
Oh boy, this is so stressful. I think for both sides as well. Las Vegas going down a man, it's not something you want to see. The attackers down a person to kind of help out with the droning.
And Vegas knows what
located
these
by
games
attackers.
mean. They've asked me straight. They've been like, "Back, what do we need to make playing?" And I'm like, "You guys just need to win. If you lose any of your coming games, you are screwed." And I remember a few weeks back, I was looking at the potential scenarios, and it was like, "Oh, Vegas needs to get points in every game if they want any chance of making the play-in. They're basically going to be relegated at this point." And then what happened? Vegas has won numerous games. They have also taken Vancouver to overtime. They have scraped by. They've gotten as many points as they can, and they have put themselves in a very, very good position to maybe make the play-in. If only they were this awake earlier in the season.
That's just one of these cases where it's a little unfortunate. I still taking a little bit of
he's
damage
in
behind
sight!
Palace. What? That is ridiculous. Stalder getting an early kill. It's now 5v3 here, back.
It is a 5v3. The rest of the members of Vegas on full health. Microwave Moose, It's Ryan, Gizful are all that stand in the way of Anchorage taking another round after Vegas took 2 in a row. They're going to be looking to make it 3 in a row, but it's looking less and less likely. In comes some stun grenades from Gizful. He's going to stun himself, and It's Rye. I can't see, they can't see. Strategy working full effect. Microwave Moose, blow him up. Strategy working full effect as he takes out ISO. OTM Soda, though, he's going big. He takes out 1. It's right. He frags on the Zax. He's frags on the Zax. It's a 3v2. It's not unwinnable for the Las Vegas Sevens, but it's going to be a lot harder to be winnable now as Gizmo's gone for a full change in objective as he gets taken out by Dalder from Dirt Tunnel. This Anchorage Avalanche come back. They're going to stop that mini winning streak the Sevens were on. They're going to stop that run. 5-4. We have a game here, folks.
We do have a game, and something to point out is just how Anchorage performed there. I think it was more of a rush attempt from Las Vegas that kind of lost them that round. I mean, they usually just wait until the perfect time and rush in, but it didn't really work out that time because Anchorage was ready for it. You saw the kill from Dalder, and that just expanded. At 5v3, it's just so hard to come back from it. It's not really very winnable for the attacking side, and Anchorage, they have some life here, Vec.
They do, and honestly, unless one team really pulls away, I think we're going to overtime, Gallium.
I'm betting so much money on that.
Unless one team pulls away, unless Reed gets some help on the Sevens side, and Dalder gets some help on the Anchorage side, we're going to overtime. Or I'll eat my words, because last time I said we're going to overtime, we went to overtime. My streak has to end eventually.
And I don't think it's going to end anytime soon, because I think Las Vegas is just going to get this done. I think they're just sick of losing all these rounds. Unlike LA, what we saw from them throwing, I think, how many rounds was it? 5 consecutive rounds in a row. We're going to see a little bit more of a fight here from Las Vegas to kind of just close this one out.
Las Vegas is also, how do I say this? I think if Las Vegas went to overtime here, this would be their 3rd overtime. I'm fairly certain that would be the most out of any team in the league. And honestly, going to overtime is it's not terrible.
It's not bad at all. It just means more content here, Vat. We like content around here, and both these teams are fighting as hard as they can, and an early pickup for Gizful. He's gonna get that early kill and a 5v4 advantage.
Does he know where the bandit is? He cooks the frag. Oh, Tittle! He's down to about half. He's going to be retreating from that wall. In comes the stun gun. In comes the battery. Is the frag cooked? No, he's not cooking it. He's not cooking it. Cook it again, buddy. You're almost there. No, he doesn't cook it right.
Oh, he's going to get shot at from the stairs. Is there going to be a pick now? Microwave Moose taking some damage outside from a bandit wire, and if he gets that wall, it could be over. Oh my goodness, what a kill from Zax onto the Rye, and it is all even here, folks.
They're all out of EMPs, they are, the Las Vegas Sevens. That means the wall is not going to get opened up. That dangerous angle being played by Zax. Oh no, it's ISO on red stairs. Gizful, how do you just walk up red stairs like that? Microwave Moose, he's finally going to get main wall open as Readbook comes in for a CC window blank. The Holy Train. He is still stuck inside of Lounge, right in the middle of no man's land. I doubt he's getting picked up. I don't even know if Anchorage knows he's downed.
I wonder that as
they
well,
don't.
and I don't think they have a drone on him. He's just gonna hopefully get picked up right now, as finally it's a 4v3. officially a 4v3 now, but
look at this
do they
angle
know
by
the
Dalder.
rook? Do they know the rook's right there?
There's no way they know the rook is in garage.
You'd be surprised, Vac. You'd be surprised. Oh my goodness. As they're trying to push upstairs. Oh! Kill from Zach again. He is just popping off with the soul as a dangerous operator, as you mentioned earlier.
God, I hate the P90. Either way, Microwave moves. He's got diffuser in hand. Out come the smoke grenades. They're gonna get caught. It's a run out by Dalder, isn't it? I'm right. Down goes Microwave moves. Start into the Holy Train. He's on very, very low health. It's not looking very likely for him. Looking like it's gonna be 5-5.
No, but I have faith in him. 10 health. He gets the first kill. Okay. If only there were a health system after every time you got a kill, he would really appreciate that right about now. And another thing to point out, every member of the defense has rook armor, so even if he gets a kill, it is looking very dire for him in this situation here, Vec.
Oh! There's Dalder. He was waiting right there. Knew exactly where the Thatcher was coming from. And that will... Yep, that will put an end to round number 10. How does he even see him?
That's gross. That is grody, Dalder. How dare you? They're gonna tie up this match, and you know, I mean, we could just cancel the last 2 games and just have this series go into 3. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing right now. We're seeing some close games, and really nobody has an advantage. As much as I like to spew out who I think has the advantage, I don't really know, because both of these teams just go back and forth and back and forth. It's just a matter of time before one of these teams finally cracks.
Or they don't. We've seen it happen before. Like, remember, I don't know if anyone knows this, because we haven't really, I don't think we announced it last stream, but the way playoffs will work is the last chance play-in is a best of 3 with the standard overtime rules. Round 1 is best of 3, standard overtime rules. Conference finals is best of 3, infinite overtime.
What?
So the game could theoretically go on forever until a team wins by 2 rounds.
That's ridiculous.
To truly decide who has the resilience and the endurance to truly beat their opponent. If you want to make the grand final, you better be able to prove it.
I mean, that's just incredible.
The grand final is best of 5, infinite
Really?
overtime.
That's gonna be something. You know, if you want to get a sneak peek, you can just look back at the past spots of the past grand finals, and you can get a little bit of taste of what is about to come in these playoffs. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, Grim. Huh, Grim. Let's see if the new and improved Grim has a big effect for the Las Vegas Sevens here on Clubhouse. If Grim is what gets them over the hump, we'll see what happens.
So be it. So be it indeed. 5v5. Still, it's just kind of a stalemate, and everything's going to explode once these Vegas players push in. And,
like 2 rounds ago.
Sneaky play from Jizzpole. Do they know? Do they know is always the question, I feel like, when we see these sneaky plays, as they're 2 just kind of hanging out in cash. They're still kind of just barricaded in there, so even if he does make his way up there, not sure if...
Dalder, what are you doing down there, buddy?
You know, it's the castle play.
What is Dalder doing?
I think he thinks he's Pulse.
He forgot. He chose the wrong UMP. But Microwave Moose, he knows where he is. And he's going to send him running for the hills. Zax, he has come alive these past couple rounds. He takes out the Holy Train. Not very good for him. Oh boy. Hold on, Sevens. You are so close to that play-in. Just pull a couple rounds together.
I have faith. I have so much faith.
Out comes the stun grenades. It's going to be a rapid push. Gizful with the Grim. He takes out him. He gets taken out in turn. ISO with the absolute baseball throw of a Nitro Cell takes out Gizful. But it's Rise right there to collect the refrag. We're down to a 3v3, folks. ISO, he is stranded inside of Cash. No, he's not stranded. He's with OTM Soda for support as they play construction. Dalder, he's on a roam on main stairs. Soda takes out It's Rye. Big pick right there. It's on to Microwave Moose and Read a Book. Read a Book, he's in double digits. Only player in the lobby. Oh, second player in the lobby to do so after Dalder. He hasn't gotten many kills in a couple rounds. They need him to come alive right now. There is no better time for him to wake up once more. Moose, he does catch ISO
my
off
goodness.
guard. Can he catch the Wamai off guard? He can't. Soda takes out Moose. It's a 1v2. Read a book. This is where legends are made. Where is Dalder? Dalder's playing. He doesn't know Dalder's on the flank. He does know Dalder's on the flank. He gets the frag. He comes out unscathed. Where is OTM Soda? He sees the Wamai. He doesn't get it.
That is a ridiculous angle. You cannot just do that to another player and that still be legal. That is ridiculous stuff coming out from Soda. I mean, we've just seen this all round long, and Anchorage have won 3 rounds in a row, and granted, they've been close. It's just a matter of, will Las Vegas let them win one more?
So the Las Vegas Sevens actually have dropped 3 in a row after leading 5-3. They haven't won in 3 rounds. They have sputtered out. This is a must win. If they lose this, their hopes of the play-in lie on a best-of-1 against Anaheim in a week's time.
That's a scary thought. You know,
They win.
Don't put your playoff hopes into another team having to win or lose. That's such a scary situation.
They will have to, and say they lose this, they also need to win their next game. If they won this, they could lose their next game. All's okay. But if they won their next game, or if they lost their next game, they wouldn't make it still. They would go into the game knowing they either need to win in regulation or in overtime.
Wow. Oh
They
my
could
goodness.
not lose in overtime. However, if they win in overtime here, that would put them at 7 points. They would just need to win in overtime. Like, same scenario, actually. They need a now they've basically blown it. They cannot give themselves a lead. They can only tie Anaheim's points total, even if they win in overtime. No matter what happens
so
now,
crazy.
the Las Vegas Sevens now need to beat Anaheim next week.
Oh my. Well, Anaheim, if you're watching this, don't let it happen for your own sake. That is an interesting thing. I mean, coming up to the playoffs, just I love how the playoff picture just comes together towards the end of the season. It's just so crazy how this all just works out. And this is no different, as there's so many playoff scenarios floating around, and you know, I think we should keep people updated as it kind of happens and unfold in front of our eyes.
Yeah, especially with Vegas, if they push. So if Vegas wins this round, let me make one thing clear: Los Angeles Ascension are out of play-in contention.
Oof.
That's what's riding on this round. Every round for the rest of this game has something riding on it.
Wow. So I want to expand on that for a moment. So if Anchorage win, is LA out, or is
No. If
Las
Anchorage
Vegas
win this round and Vegas loses against Anaheim and LA beats Tampa, they would pass Vegas and Vegas would go to relegation.
That's so crazy. I mean, that's just something. If we focus on the round at hand, it is match point here for Anchorage, and it's already looking good for Las Vegas. They already have a pick, and it's going to be the soulless of Zach, who has gone down. Unfortunate.
Oh, read a book. He's going to get lit up like a Christmas tree. He's down to about half as he attempts to push dirt, but I think that is ISO. No, it's not ISO holding dirt. It's, it's trusty Dalder with the MPX 1.5. Reed, this isn't a fun gunfight for you to take, my friend. I wouldn't recommend it, especially not with so much riding on this round. You must push this game to overtime. Every round counts. Oh no, he messes up the X-Kairos placement. It's right, he's playing Moto Hatch. 35 seconds to go to potentially decide the fate of the Ascension and the Las Vegas Sevens. Out comes a frag. ISO takes out Gizfo. Rye falls as well. It's suddenly a 3v3, but Till gets taken out by Moose. Can they res Rye in time? They're going to res Rye with 20 seconds on the clock. OTM Soda is down. Dalder's in dirt. ISO's inside of Arsenal. Diffuser is going down inside of Bar in default spot. ISO, he's going to get pressured from, I think that's Microwave Moose in blue. He gets lit up by Microwave Moose. Dalder's on a 1v3 situation. Can he clutch this to put Los Angeles to bed for the rest of the season? It's a 1v3.
my goodness.
23 seconds to the point of no return. Vegas is pushing for the play-in. Can they pull it off? Can they get themselves ever closer to Anaheim 7 points with their 5? T-minus 13 to the point of no return. He's going to make a push. How many guns are trained on him? It's the holy train. It's Reed. Who's going to be the one to secure the frag? Or will Dalder outfrag all of them? It's Reed-a-book!
Wow.
We're going to overtime. The Los Angeles Ascension have just been eliminated from play-in contention.
We are in overtime. So sorry to Los Angeles. Great season. Unfortunate that I had to end that way, but for Las Vegas' sake, it's OT, baby. They lost the OT versus Vancouver. I'm wondering if they can win this OT against a very good Anchorage team who is, I mean, they won 3 rounds in a row against them. I'm just wondering if they're going to win any more, or will it be Las Vegas stomping them out to finish this one off?
Sorry, I meant to say this. We phrased it wrong. LA is now confirmed as the team going to relegation.
Oh.
The Los Angeles Ascension are now confirmed to be playing in the Season 4 qualifying major for their spot. They will have to beat 19 other teams to qualify for Season 4.
Oh my gosh. That's so crazy. It's unfortunate, too, because they have such a nice logo. I really like their logo. I don't know who made it. It's really nice. Their branding's nice. Oh, good job, back. It's a very nice logo. Good branding. And they're a good team. I like the players on there, so hopefully they clutch it up over there. And, you know, I think they deserve to be in that spot. They haven't really played all season long.
They still haven't won a game.
Yeah, Las Vegas, on the other hand, they fought Vancouver. They're fighting right now, and they definitely want to win this one.
Yeah, Vegas's 5 points comes from 3 in a 7-0 victory against the 7-1 victory against the Invictus. They had overtime against Vancouver, and they had overtime against the Los Angeles Ascension. Because of that overtime, if LA had actually won that overtime, they wouldn't be. Vegas could still have a chance to go to relegation, because if they lost this game in overtime, then lost their next game in regulation, they'd only have 6. And if LA beat Tampa, they'd have 6. They'd be tied. Because they beat Vegas, they own the head-to-head. LA would be ahead.
Wow. Yeah, crazy scenario.
How everything... Yeah. So many factors all in play. It's the beauty of Rainbow Six Hyper Series.
And focusing on this match now, okay, I really like the fact that Anchorage is on the defense. I'm sure they do as well. As, I mean, now you essentially are in control of your own fate, because defense is where you can get very creative on how this whole round plays out for them, and I think they wouldn't want it any other way. Oh, Read-a-Book's taking some damage. That's not good. That is definitely not good. But also, Tittle taking some damage as well. It is still deadlocked.
He is struggling massively. He's 2-9. Zax takes heavy damage. OTM Soda, he gets the first frag. He has come alive. OTM and Dalder, they are here and on scene for the Anchorage Avalanche. Read-a-Book and Microwave Moose are on scene for the Sevens. They're all stranded outside on the balcony. What can they do here? It's Rye. He's going to push from construction. Dalder, he takes out Read-a-Book. It's a 5v3. The Anchorage Avalanche looking very, very strong on defense here. It's Rye, Microwave Moose, and the Holy Train. It's Rye frags onto Tittle. Tittle's struggles continue. He's 3-10. It's Rye takes out Zax. Can they get a third? No, he turns around at the wrong time. It's a 3v2. OTM Soda's 13-9. He's come up absolutely massive for the Anchorage Avalanche. It's Rye.
Goodness.
He is in cash. Microwave Moose. He's still stuck outside of that balcony. Why would you crouch walk into the wall like that?
No.
The Anchorage Avalanche push themselves onto map point 7-6. The Las Vegas Sevens now have to win 2 in a row to get 2 points. But luckily, they've done the main work. They got their 1 point already. And now that means... Hold on, gotta do the... I've gotta do the
while you're
math
figuring
here.
that out, let's just take a quick moment to kind of digest what just happened. So, I think Las Vegas, they like to play kind of attack where they focus on getting in there when at a certain time. They push together at a certain time, and it usually is later in the round. We saw kind of a garage push and main wall push, but it didn't end up working for them, as that garage balcony hold, that upper garage hold was excellent. Excellent hold. Just excellent stuff from Anchorage there. And you have to be so precise every single moment of this game, and they were exactly where they needed to be right then and there. And you said it, Vane. Soda has been absolutely massive, 14-9 for this Anchorage squad. The only other person to have double digits on this Anchorage team is Dalder, but we knew that already. He's a clutch player. Read a book. Has 14. Marco Moose, 11, and those are all the double-digit players in this game. And I'm so confused. I don't know if this is like a glitch or whatnot, but I don't know why Fenrir, I can never pronounce it, has the smoke right next to his player.
It's part of his portrait. The purple gas.
That's so weird.
It's part
I
of
don't
his
like
portrait.
it.
I think he's the first operator to have like a portrait like that.
It's weird. It's off-putting, but hey, it's Ubisoft, so.
Yeah, so Fenrir, first time we're seeing him for the Las Vegas Sevens. They are looking for an ace up their sleeve, and he's on attack, so they're going to play Fenrir. Get it? Yeah. That's a bit of humor right there.
Yeah, I like the humor from you, Vac. I mean, Vac, everybody knows now that you have a personality and not just a robot. So, you know, who knew league commissioners could be actually fun-loving people?
Adam Silver's an alien, so.
Basically, at this point.
You see that guy, man? Oh my god.
Dude, I mean, not only does he sound like it.
Get ready to learn Chinese, buddy. Oh, OTM Soda. He joins Dalder in the 15 kills club. He takes out Gizful. The super sub this time is not so super. He's 7-12. Lowest performer for the Las Vegas Sevens. The Las Vegas Sevens could really use their starting five right now. Zoli would be invaluable for the Sevens. Who knows where they'd be with their full starting team. It's a 5v4 now. It's not looking good for the Sevens. If you have your back against the wall like this with your season on the line, obviously it's not technically on the line anymore, but it kind of is. You want to get the opening frag. They haven't done that. Gizful's the first to fall. Thankfully, it's Thunderbird, who doesn't do anything past the first 15 seconds of the round. Out comes the first FNAT Mines. I think that's OTM Soda making his way down main stairs. There's going to be an FNAT Mine to meet him at the doorway. Zax, he is inside of blue. He's stopped in his tracks by some barbed wire as Tittle moves on to Moto Hatch. Las Vegas. Hold on. 1 minute to hold on. 1 minute to give yourself another chance at 2 points instead of 1. Read a book. You might be looking at the wrong hole, my friend. Zax falls to a flank from Holy Train. Inside of... He's not a flank, but he has the angle. He does get peeked by... Who is that? I think... Who has a long gun? I think it was the ace of Dalder. Holy Train. He whiffs shots against the Ash. OTM Soda's inside of sight. He whiffed way too many shots. You can't be doing that in an elimination game, folks. Microwave Moose takes heavy damage. I hope those FNAP mines are primed for once he dies. He's going to peek the wrong way. OTM Soda's got a triple kill on the round. Sayless Ice is going to attempt to get that diffuser down. Read a book. He finds one. He cannot. No, he doesn't find one. He gets found out. It's down to It's Rye. It's Rye's whiffing shots left and right. Las Vegas Sevens. Now was not the time for your guns to go cold. You need to go hot. You need to go very, very hot. He's going to get found by Dalder, and that's going to be the end.
What?
That is going to be the... Wait. No.
What?
It's not possible.
No shot.
It's not possible. The Las Vegas Sevens. He was blind. Oh, basically blind. That's unfortunate. The Las Vegas Sevens will fall after a valiant effort against the Anchorage Avalanche. They will fall in overtime. 8-6. But the work... They've put in the work. Now all they need is an overtime